Hello guys, I'm the Kegman. Welcome to part 2 of the Wonder Kid experiment here for Football Manager 2019. Now, if you watched part 1, you will know that we are following the fortunes of 3 fake Wonder Kids that we have made in the game. Now, if you haven't watched part 1 yet, I do suggest going back and watching it. There will be a link to it at the end of this video. But something has happened within the database here. So obviously we're going to start with Speed Boy here. Speed Boy, he's worth £35. He's at Chesterfield. He's not improved much. Now, I don't really know. We've got another 5 years forward here. I must point out, YouTube isn't my forte. I'm much better at Twitch. We must point out that his potential ability is still 200. His current ability is 71. His current ability is 73. He is not progressing too fantastically. He left Blackburn on a free after playing no goals at all. He's just joined Chesterfield. He is yet to play a game. But he's doing okay for this level. He's not getting anywhere near the potential he needs to be. Chesterfield are a, what team? National League team, so they're Vanarama North. And yeah, he's probably a decent level player for that particular league. He's not amazing. It has to be said, his physicals are pretty good other than his natural fitness. His composure is pretty good for a striker, but overall he is not that great. The issue with this particular database is that one of our other made-up Wonder Kids, Dylan Hood, does not exist anymore. Now, I went to Middlesbrough, and we'll go back to Middlesbrough here and we'll have a quick look. But I cannot actually find him in the outgoing transfers. So what I'd like you guys to do, if I'm doing this, while I'm looking through, and I spent a lot of time pouring through this, if you can see his name and see where he went to, I will see if I can track him down and see what happened to him. I cannot find him at all. Like, at all. I cannot see his name here. I don't know if I'm being blind or what, but I cannot see his name, which makes me think he was released and then he just retired because he couldn't find a new club. That is my theory. Whether that is true or not, I do not know. There is always the chance. I'm going back past our previous episodes, sort of like 5-year, 10-year, and we're almost at the start of the entirety of the save. So it's a little bit of a weird one there. However, one of the third player here, Ijo, he's doing okay. As you can see, he's doing rather well. He's also joining Dortmund at the end of the season. Or, well, next month, actually. He's pretty good. He is pretty good. His natural fitness still needs working. Doesn't know any player traits. But he's scoring a few goals. He's got some decent stats, to be fair, for a striker. If we go to his history, you can see he ended up playing 1 game for Manchester United, where he didn't score a goal, done nothing of any note whatsoever, and got a 6.3. He then went on loan to Blackpool. He appeared 32 times, scored 11 goals, and got an assist with an average of 6.8. Following that, he went to Derby County, where he appeared 40 times, scored 14 goals, got 3 assists, 2 player of the matches, and 6.83. He then went to Brighton again on loan, 38 games, 15 goals, 1 assist, 3 player of the matches, and a 6.94. And he's currently at Bournemouth before joining Dortmund. 33 appearances, 12 goals, 0 assists, 5 player of the matches, but 6.97. One of the most important things you can see here is that his average rating for the season has been going up and up. Obviously, last season not as good, but he did play a few less games. Overall, though, he is looking pretty good. He's looking pretty good. Probably just under Premier League standard. I don't know where Bournemouth are at the minute. They are in the Premier League. Probably just under sort of top Premier League standard, but pretty good for a mid-table side, to be fair. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back in 5 years' time again. We'll go to 2033. These players will be 28. Only 2 to look at now, unfortunately. But we are seeing that they are kind of progressing. I don't know what his current ability is. Let's have a quick gander here. His current ability is 150 over 200, so he's not bad at all. I think most people would probably say yes, they would have him. But yes, we'll be back after a quick cut.
Right then, guys, so I've got a little bit of a cold today for this part of the recording. I do apologise. Throat is a little bit sore, nose is a little bit blocked, and I'm a little bit fucked. Anyway, so interesting news in the experiment so far. This will probably be the last part of this experiment. We'll do 5 years in the future with this guy, but this will be the last part. It was going to be a 3-parter, but it's going to be a 2-parter at this point. Ijo is the only player remaining. I have looked, I have searched desperately to find out what happened to both Dylan Hood and Speed Boy, but they have both disappeared from the game. Presumably they were released by the clubs, and after a year and a half they retired. It does happen in the game, you see it a lot, but that is it. But Ijo here, 28 years old, 2 caps for England, 0 goals. He's valued at 52 million. He's at Burnley. He's looking pretty good. He'd make my team. His physicals are pretty fucking amazing. Still hasn't learned any player traits, but his physicals are really good. His finishing's 15, composure 15. As a striker, you can expect any more positioning off the ball. The anticipation is 17. He is everything that you would like him to be. He did join Dortmund on free. So we'll go through his career stats, shall we? So he had 1 appearance for Manchester United in the Premier League in 23-24. He then went on loan to Blackburn, won 32 appearances, 11 goals. Then Derby, 40 appearances, 14 goals. Brighton, 38 and 15. Bournemouth, 33 and 12. And then he went to Dortmund on a free. When he was in the Bundesliga, he only played 8 games over 2 seasons, scoring 2 goals, getting 2 assists. Got an average of 6.98. So it was a carry on with his form. His form was getting better year on year, and it's been a downturn since then. He's not had a good season in comparison. I mean, he had 6.96. He's not been as good since. He then went to Burnley on a loan. Appeared 13 times, scored 4 goals. They decided to make it permanent for 8.75 million, where he's appeared 34 times, scored 15 goals, got 4 player of the matches. And that was his best season so far in a Burnley shirt. 30 appearances the season before last with 9 goals, 3 assists. And then last season, 30 appearances, 6 goals, 3 assists. He is pretty good. He's on 92 grand a week. He's got 2 years left on his contract. So like I say, we'll go forward 5 years. We'll get him up to the age of 33. This is probably his prime point. If you want to see what his current ability is, it is 157 out of the potential 200. I believe that 200 is still the maximum. It shouldn't have dipped down. So there you go. It's his reputation is 8,003, which is pretty good. He's well known. He's He's done it okay. Obviously, career milestones, winning the championship, relegated with the championship. He got a goal for the FA Cup. Won the 2024 UEFA Champions League. Technically, he didn't, but he was in the named squad, I suppose. Doesn't look like he had a single game. Was that 2024? Was that? So 2024. These change year on year. They do. So 2024. He appeared once in a cup, the FA Cup, appeared once, didn't appear in any of the international or continental competitions. So yeah, he didn't really have an amazing season at Manchester United, but he has still got a Champions League winner medal. And obviously a championship winner medal, and then he got his international debut versus Australia 3 years ago. So we'll go forward 5 years, we'll figure out what's going on with him. Hopefully he'll still be about, and we'll see you after this real quick cut.
So guys, we've got another few years into the future, as you can see, 5 years in. I've actually changed the skin as well. Don't ask me what it's called, I can't remember for the life of me. It's a very, very nice skin, however. But we're going with a new skin. But it doesn't matter, what we're here for is the Ijo situation. Now, Ijo is the only remaining player of the 3 Wonder Kids that we created. He's 33, he's still at Burnley. He's on 125k a week. He's valued at 275k. If I was a championship team and I was looking for a striker at 275k, I would definitely take him. His pace has dipped away, his acceleration's dipped away, but his finishing, his composure, his anticipation, his off the board positioning, he's still going to make him to a fantastic striker. If we go to his history, we'll see that he's not really done fantastically well as from a stats percentage. 384 appearances, 118 goals, 20 assists with an average rating of 6.87 over the nearly 20 years he's been a player. Maybe we should have gone forward another year. But he's done all right. He's done okay, bless him. He's garnered 8.75 million in transfer fees. He's not been the worst player in the world. Now I was hoping to see. I've not had a full look at this yet. He only ever had 2 caps for England and 0 goals. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. When it comes to his potential ability and current ability, if we go to edit players' attributes, you can see his current ability is 122. His potential ability is still 200. He's not going to reach that now, obviously. He's far too old for that. I've also still got a bit of a cold as well, just to let you know. I know I'm all over the show. I think the idea behind this experiment was to see if a player, a very, very base player with a high potential ability, if he could reach his ability. I think with Joe, it shows that it is possible. He got to a current ability of 150 when we looked. He may have gone above that at some point. He may have been below that at some point. But just goes to show that if you've got a player there who's got really good ability, as long as you utilise him, you send them out on loan to get some game time, as long as you've got decent coaching, there is the chance that they're going to get there. I'm assuming that both Speedboy and Dylan Hood didn't get to where they needed to be because the coaching was lax, or there was never a situation where the teams could have used them. Because they then never became anything, they then got moved on, obviously released, and then they retired out of the game. I'm assuming at least that is what happened. However, this one, Mr. Joe Silver, he had a career. He's done alright for himself. He's earned a fair bit of cash. Yeah, he's the proof. He's the proof that you can always turn a pile of shit into something pretty good. But anyway, guys, I have been the Kegman. I'll see you when I see you. Take care. Bye-bye.